For the second time in just a few years, the United States has formally left the Paris Climate Agreement. This isn't a repeat of 2020, it's an escalation. The world's second largest emitter of greenhouse gases is stepping away from the central framework for global cooperation. At the very moment, the planet is breaking heat records. But the impact goes far beyond environmental pledges. This decision fractures international diplomacy, rewires financial markets, and signals a historic retreat in the fight against climate change. What happens now? The announcement came early in the new presidential term. The US is out of Paris, again. But the context has fundamentally changed. During the first withdrawal, there was a prevailing assumption that a future administration would swiftly rejoin, and it did. This time, the intent seems more permanent. The administration has even signaled a potential withdrawal from the overarching United Nations Climate Treaty, the UNFCCC. That would be a deeper, more structural break from global climate governance altogether. The global system was built on predictability and trust. A second exit, especially with the threat of a broader pullout, shatters that trust and sets a dangerous precedent for other nations to scale back their own commitments. The immediate effect is a crisis of confidence. The Paris Agreement relies on a delicate balance of mutual accountability and gradually increasing ambition. When a major player exits twice, it grants political cover for others to weaken their targets. The risk isn't just stalled progress, it's backsliding. Scientifically, we are already on a trajectory to blow past the critical 1.5 degrees Celsius warming limit. Removing America's participation, however imperfect, makes hitting any global temperature target significantly harder. The institutional architecture of climate diplomacy, built over decades, is now under unprecedented strain, potentially fragmenting into weaker regional blocs instead of coordinated global action. This is where the decision hits home for economies and investors. The Paris Agreement was more than a treaty. It was a long-term signal to the global market, guiding trillions in investment toward a low-carbon future. US withdrawal injects massive uncertainty. For sectors like renewable energy, electric vehicles, and green tech, regulatory direction in the world's largest economy just became volatile. This increases perceived political risk, which can dampen investment and slow innovation within the US itself. But nature abhors a vacuum. This exit creates a monumental strategic opportunity for other global powers. The European Union and China have already reaffirmed their commitment to Paris. They are now positioned to set the de facto standards for clean technology, attract a greater share of global green capital, and dominate the industries of the future. We may be witnessing a historic shift in economic leadership from west to east, accelerated by climate policy. So, what does this mean going forward? The US exit from Paris marks a critical inflection point. In the short term, it weakens global climate ambition and increases diplomatic tension. In the long term, it accelerates a more fragmented, multipolar world where climate leadership is contested. For everyone else, nations, companies, investors, the strategy must adapt. The rules are being rewritten in real time. The path to a stable climate just got rockier, and the map for the future economy is being redrawn, not in Washington, but in Brussels, Beijing, and beyond. The retreat of one power creates a scramble for influence that will define the next decade. The question is no longer if the world will transition to a green economy, but who will lead it and who will be left behind.